If you don't learn how the rich think about money, you'll spend your entire life working for it. Most people chase money their whole lives without ever understanding it. They think being rich is about how much you earn. But in reality, the rich don't work for money. They make money work for them. And that shift happens first in the mind. The difference isn't in opportunity, it's in psychology. We're taught to believe money is earned through hard work, and that's true, but only up to a point. The wealthy understand something most people ignore. Money is not just earned, it's multiplied. And to multiply money, you need leverage, you need time, discipline, and a long-term mindset. But most importantly, you need to think differently. Let's break this down. Poor and middle-class individuals often trade time for money. They work jobs, get paid, pay bills, maybe save a little, and repeat. There's no real escape, even when income increases, expenses rise to match it. This is what's known as the rat race. You earn more, but your habits stay the same. You feel richer, but you're still trapped. The rich break this cycle. They don't just save, they invest. They don't just spend, they allocate. They don't react to money. They strategize. They ask, how can I turn every dollar into a worker? They treat money like soldiers, sending them out to conquer more ground. And this mindset isn't built overnight. It's a result of habits, beliefs, and emotional control. Where others panic, they stay calm. Where others see risk, they see opportunity. Where others want quick wins, they think decades ahead. This is financial psychology, not just knowing what to do, but having the mental strength to do it consistently. Here's the brutal truth. If you view money emotionally, it will always control you. But if you learn to see it logically, like a game, like a system, you can control it. Rich people respect money. They understand its value, not just its number. They delay gratification. They don't chase luxury. They build assets. And when they spend after they've built something that pays for it. Now, let's talk about fear. Fear is the enemy of wealth. Fear of investing, fear of losing. Fear of not having enough, and that fear leads to inaction. But here's what the rich know: doing nothing is riskier than trying and failing. They learn, they take calculated risks, they lose, adjust, and try again. They build money confidence by taking action. And over time, the compound effect kicks in. Not just compound interest, but compound knowledge, compound habits, and compound mindset. You don't need to be born rich. You don't need to win the lottery. You need to understand how money really works and how your mind relates to it. Because the game of money is 80% psychology, 20% strategy. So, if you want to think like the rich, stop chasing money and start building the mindset that attracts it. Invest in your mind, invest in your habits, and remember, the richest people in the world didn't get there by accident. They got there by design. And that design always begins in the mind. Most people think the rich are lucky, but luck isn't a strategy. Sure, luck can open a door, but mindset is what keeps it open. You can give a poor thinker $1 million, and within a year, they're broke again. Why? Because they still think like a poor person. Money doesn't fix a broken mindset, it exposes it. This is why lottery winners go bankrupt. This is why athletes lose millions. Because having money is not the same as knowing how to handle it. And the way you handle money is based on one thing: your beliefs. The rich believe money is abundant. They don't hoard, they circulate. They see money as a tool, not a trophy, but most people, they see money as something to chase, something to fear, something emotional. But here's the truth no one tells you. The way you treat your first $100 is the same way you'll treat $1 million. If you waste the little, you'll waste the lot. If you fear money now, you'll fear losing it even more when you have it. The rich don't become disciplined after they get rich. They get rich because they're disciplined. They read. They learn. They surround themselves with people who talk about ideas, not gossip. They build multiple streams of income, not because they're greedy, but because they're smart. They know one source can disappear overnight, so they build systems that run without them. Let's talk about one of the biggest psychological traps, lifestyle inflation. When you earn more, you start spending more. Better car, nicer apartment, fancier dinners. But you're not actually investing in your future, you're just decorating your present. The rich avoid this trap by living below their means, not because they're cheap, but because they're strategic. They delay pleasure for power. They understand that every dollar not spent now is a seed for freedom later. This is the ultimate goal: freedom, not luxury, not fame, not flexing for strangers on social media, but waking up and choosing how you live your life every day. And here's the beautiful part: this mindset. It's available to anyone. You don't need a special background. You don't need rich parents. You need two things: a decision and discipline. Make the decision to break out of the average way of thinking, to stop living paycheck to paycheck, to stop hoping for a miracle and start building your future. And then discipline. Show up every day. Track your spending. Invest consistently. Learn from your mistakes. Keep your emotions in check, because if you can master your mind, you can master your money. And once you master your money, you own your life. Now, for the most important part. If this message sparked something in you, a little fire, a new mindset, a sense of control, don't let it fade. Keep feeding that fire. Hit that subscribe button. This channel is about building real wealth from the inside out, not quick schemes, not fake flexes, just truth, discipline, and financial power. Turn on notifications because the next video might be the one that changes how you think forever. And if you're serious about breaking free from average, leave a comment below. I'm building the mindset. Remember, wealth is not about luck, it's about who you become. So become the person your future bank account will thank. This is your time, this is your move. Let's build the mindset of the rich together.